Hello, hello. Oh boy, I see you. You ready? Oh gosh. Let's wait till people get in here for a moment because it's going to get interesting. It's going to get very interesting, I think. 1450. 1450. I need to find this. All right. Hello, guys. Hello. Boy, do I. All right. Let me just wait till some more people get in here because uh, do I have something to talk about? As you know, I went live earlier today and it had been bothering me since it's been bothering us for 2 years, us not knowing what Candace ate. Or what, no, sorry, not Candace, Summer ate. Candace would never tell us what she ate. And in my opinion, it's because she had already told her story and she, what did they eat? Right? So I'm going, and I showed today that she could have potentially not eaten for as much as 19 hours. Let's say she ate at 10 p.m., and that's being generous. That's very late. The night before she went missing. Let's say she went to bed at 11, which is very late for a 5 years old. Oh, fishing gal, we're going to talk about it. Trust me, sister. And so Summer went to bed at 11. Well, obviously you don't eat while you're asleep. So that's from 11 to 7:30. That's what, 8 hours, right? We'll just say 8 hours. And Candace had never said that they ate that day at all. And that's always been a question. What did Summer eat? What did anyone eat that day? Well, apparently that Candace said, I'm going to show you what Miss Daisy just said.
With all due respect, you all, everybody wants to know what Summer ate that day, and Candace told me what Summer ate that day. She said that morning when they went out that morning that she ate hot dogs. They ate hot dogs that morning. She said then she got a slushy at the thing. She said she drank an orange pop, and I think she might have said something else in between, but she told me when Summer got home that she probably got in the refrigerator and got her something out. She said that the kids always get in the refrigerator and get food.
Okay, so Candace now states that she ate a hot dog that morning. Well, you don't believe it for a second. Neither do I. And let me show you why. Credit goes to that, what I just played, goes to Crime Crazy Critters on the Farm. Now, credit goes to the interview room. God bless you, Chris, for doing these interviews. God bless you.
Did you buy food?
Nope.
Just the slushies?
Just the slushies.
Okay. What flavors do you buy? Do you remember?
I think I got me and Mom a grape.
Is that your favorite?
Not my mom.
Is that your favorite?
That's my favorite. I don't remember what Mom got. She got, it's like a cool water or something like that.
Okay.
And then Hunter, I think, wanted the blue one, I think.
Okay, is that the slushy?
Yeah,
okay.
The slushies. I don't really.
Did you buy food?
Nope.
Just the slushies?
Just the slushies.
Okay, then what happened?
And then we left from there and went to
Well, how about that? Boom. How about that? Daisy asked and gave the answer. Don't shoot the messenger. No, I mean, you're absolutely right. Daisy asked the question, and Daisy believes Candace, and that's fine. She has every right to believe Candace. But either Candace lied to Chris or Candace lied to Daisy. So which one was it? Which one was it? After Summer come up missing, somebody bought a refrigerator to put the house because the refrigerator went out. Yes. Yes, I remember that. Bingo. That's a very good catch. 1-800-TBI fine. That refrigerator was not working. And that's a bingo. Yes. I so remember that. I completely forgot about that. Oh, we know she lies because she lied flat out to Chris right here. Uh Previous to this, when she said she didn't uh that she didn't give Hunter the twisted tea. No, and that's the thing. And that's the thing because she never wanted to tell what she ate. I mean, it's a simple question. It's a simple question, right? What do you eat? Well, let's go back to Miss Daisy. For those of you that missed it just a moment ago, we have learned my opinion, a lie.
She
But if
said then she got a slushy at the thing. She said she drank an orange pop, and I think she might have said something else in between, but she told me when Summer got home that she probably got in the refrigerator and got her something out. She
oh crap.
said and have avoided the. I asked her, and
So there we have it. There we have it. It's always changing a story. Always changing a story. And now, not only did she get in the refrigerator, apparently, but the refrigerator was not working. The refrigerator was not working because someone did bring them a refrigerator. You're exactly right, 1-800-TB5. So why lie about it? Why lie about something so simple as what you are feeding your child? Why buy milk then? Exactly. I mean, Grandis may have had a refrigerator. That's a good question. Grandis may have had a refrigerator. I mean, maybe they was keeping it in ice. I don't know. Benny bought them a refrigerator. I didn't know that. Don was banging on the broken fridge, saying, I don't know what happened. No, Summer wasn't in the fridge or nothing like that. But this just shows you that she's lying on this. Something so trivial. Something so trivial. So Summer had to fend for herself. Yeah, I mean, she's like, well, she might have went to the fridge and got something. Ate. She said they She said they may have went to the refrigerator and ate something for themselves. Um, Not if the refrigerator wasn't working. Now she's saying that she ate hot dogs that morning. And Did you tell TBI this? Did you tell Hawkins County this? And why talk about this revelation 2 years later? Because they, I don't know if it was Prayer Garden or or Smiley, but they were talking about eating something last night, and I thought, oh my God, that poor baby, because you eat, in the afternoon, in the evening, then you go to bed, and then obviously your digestive tract is resting, and then you wake up and you breakfast, right? And lunch and dinner, and do it all over again. But that never ever ever happened with Summer. So that child may I can't even I can't even that kid, that baby may not have ate for up to 19 hours. And if y'all don't remember, they was going to the food banks at the churches, and they don't give out wieners at the churches. It's box foods. Yes, non-perishable. That is correct. That is correct. But then remember, she said she was fixing them cereal. Yes, I do remember that. I do remember that part. ICU was in there earlier and asking that as well. So for those of you that are coming in, I'm going to play something for you that kind of puts a damper in Candace's story. And I would like for her to re-clarify what she means about how they ate that morning. Shannon, the one in Hawkins County, doesn't, though.
For nearly 2 years, what Summer ate that day,
Hold on.
Diana, I really didn't.
Let me find it.
Well, I mean, you guys are never satisfied. I don't remember. Christine was supposed to come up
I can't remember the timestamp. Let me show you.
there about a gate
Where was
when
it?
they got home.
Okay, here we go.
Hot dogs.
Here we go.
Grab something to eat. But they did eat hot dogs that morning. And that is per Candace.
They did eat hot dogs that morning, and that is per Candace. They did eat hot dogs that morning, and that is per Candace. Okay. All right, Candace. Where'd you eat them at?
She got it's like a cool water or something like that.
Hold on.
Here, when you left here, okay, and you went to Sonic, like you mentioned, what flavors do you buy? Do you remember?
I think I got me and Mom a grape.
Is that your favorite?
Not my mom.
Is that your favorite?
That's my favorite. I don't remember what Mom got. She got it's like a cool water or something like that.
Okay.
And then Hunter, I think, wanted the blue one. I think.
Okay. Is that the slushy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The slushies. I don't really.
Did you buy food?
Nope.
Just the slushies.
Just the slushies.
Okay. Then.
So Chris made that extremely clear. This is why he is a professional. He asks the right questions. What did you drink? What was your flavor? What was her flavor? Did you buy food? Let's hear that again.
Is that your favorite?
That's my favorite. I don't remember what Mom got. She got it's like a cool water or something like that.
Okay.
And then Hunter, I think, wanted the blue one. I think.
Okay. Is that the slushy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The slushies. I don't really.
Did you buy food?
Nope.
Just the slushies.
Just the slushies.
Okay.
Did you buy food? Nope. Chris goes, just the slushies. Candace goes, just the slushies. Well, then what else did you do, Candace, after that?
Okay, then what happened?
And then we left from there, went to Priceless, and I wasn't even in there 5 minutes. Grabbed my milk, come right back out the door,
And then she went to Priceless, and then she was there 5 minutes, which H says she was there at least an hour. I don't think Grandis could get out of the car and in the store in 5 minutes. Cool water. It's called ocean water. It's from Sonic. Okay. What else did you do, Candace, after that?
and he was sitting there playing on TikTok like he always does.
Okay.
I mean, and then for him to sit there and say that he doesn't even make TikToks, I have on my phone personally, I can show you where he's made TikTok.
Okay.
Honest to God.
I hope you've given it to the officials, right?
No, actually, it's still on my phone. I haven't had a chance because I was going to talk to them Tuesday when I went back to town.
Okay.
So she hadn't had time to give it to the officials. She's just going to drop it off when she, I guess, conveniently, leisurely goes back to town. Got it, Candace. Cool.
I got some business I got to take care of.
Got it. Roger that. So,
oh, she's got business she's got to take care of. Okay. You know, it's not like your daughter's missing or anything.
from there, you go back to Hunter's house.
I drop him off.
Explain the milk. The picture of
The milk, it was sitting right there beside Summer.
Okay.
Because when I handed it to Hunter in the car, he was on the outside.
Oh.
I said, Hunter, put this on the other side of Summer and just set it over there.
Okay.
And she was wide awake sitting up.
Okay.
Like, she didn't go to sleep until after we left town.
Did she change clothes?
Yeah, I changed her clothes because when I have the windows down, it could be 100 degrees. I'll have all the windows on. Roll up the window, Mommy, I'm cold. And she not be cold, but I still do it.
Is that part of Summer's
That's
personality?
just Summer.
Tell me about Summer.
Tell you about
I want to know.
Okay, so he drops off Hunter, and what happens? Yeah, they go home. Yeah. So for those of you just joining, Daisy asked Candace earlier a revelation that they and Summer ate hot dogs that morning. And who serves hot dogs? Sonic serves hot dogs. And it would have had to have been, earlier in the day. And Chris asked what I just showed you, did you get any food that day? Nope, didn't get any food. No food at all. Asked twice, 2 different ways. And that's exactly right, Muscles on Mascara. Story changed again. I was thinking last night, if this kid, this baby, didn't even have food in her stomach, you get like hypoglycemic, your sugar gets low. And you don't have energy. And who knows what happened to her? I don't know what happened to her. None of us do. But when you're swimming, it takes a lot out of you. Now, Candace said they were just swimming for 15 or 20 minutes. But listen, I don't believe everything Candace says. I think Miss Daisy is a nice person, but I think she doesn't know how evil and manipulating people can be. And I think she is gullible, respectfully, as possible. And Candace just said that they never got food there. Well then, where did you get food, Candace? Where did you get hot dogs? Because you didn't stop anywhere else that has hot dogs. Period. Period. You didn't eat hot dogs that morning. And if you did, then you lied to Chris. And if you lied to Chris here, why are you lying about something so simple? She said that was breakfast, Mar says. Yeah, H didn't say nothing about hot dogs either. And that is why this has not been answered for literally 2 years. But today, when I said, counted the hours and showed people, let me see if I can find it here. Here. All right. Let's say 10 o'clock. Let's say that, and that would be very late having something to eat. Let's say, for instance, this is the night before, 10 p.m., Summer ate. Let's say Summer went to bed at 11. That is being generous with when she ate and the time, right? She went to bed, let's say she went to bed at 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is when they got to the hospital. That's 9 hours, right? 9 hours. All right. So they didn't talk about breakfast or anything that morning. And now suddenly they ate hot dogs, which she told Chris that they never ate hot dogs. They didn't eat anything for that matter. All right. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, or sorry, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 18 hours. 18 hours for a 5-year-old. But nothing more than a slushy. Nothing more than an effing slushy. Or some pop or something. Drink their calories. A 5-year-old, if they had hot dogs for breakfast and Candace didn't buy any food that day, they either have to have had the hot dog before they left, which was very early, or they came back to the house and ate. Which, if they came back to the house and ate, Sonic doesn't open up till 12 p.m. I think some Sonic serves breakfast, though, don't they? I was trying to look for that, but I found this because I knew that if Daisy asked her and she responded, it was truly, you know, it's a simple question. Just answer the question. What did your daughter eat that day? Sonic does breakfast now. When did Sonic start doing breakfast, though? Here, Sonic opens up at 10. Hey, Muscles, you're a local, so do you know if that Sonic has always served breakfast? Sonic does sell breakfast, but it's an all-day thing. Okay, now tell me this. Does Sonic sell lunch, like lunch foods as soon as they open as well? Okay. Sonic 1 West Stone Drive's open at 6 a.m. Okay, so they do open early. It opens at 7 a.m. in Kingsport. Okay. Good point. Good point. This was also during lockdown, different hours, everyone. That's true. That's true. That could have affected it, and it could have affected even the menu items. No, Jesse. There is no twice that day. No. It would be if she went to Sonic twice that day, then that would be something she is adding now. Thank you, Drakey. Thank you so much, honey. Praying for Summer. No child deserves what she endured. Amen. Fabrications. Exactly. Exactly. So for those of you just joining us, I'm going to play a couple little things here.
To eat, but they did eat hot dogs that morning. Call me really bad. Speaking their opinion. But it's the stuff that they say, like, call me really bad names. So, with all due respect, you all, everybody wants to know what Summer ate that day, and Candace told me what Summer ate that day. She said that morning when they went out that morning that she ate hot dogs. They ate hot dogs that morning. She said then she got a slushie at the thing. She said she drank an orange pop, and I think she might have said something else in between, but she told me when Summer got home that she probably got in the refrigerator and got her something out.
Okay, so we know that Candace now says that they had a hot dog that morning. Hold on one second. All right.
Go to sleep until after we left town.
Did she change clothes?
Yeah, I changed her clothes because.
Got it. Roger that. So from there, you go back to Hunter's house.
I drop him off.
Explain.
Have on my phone personally, I can show you where he's.
Okay.
And Allie did never walk to the truck and try to talk to me or so.
Okay.
I tried to get her to come over and talk to me, but she wouldn't.
Okay. Where does from here when you left here, okay, and you went to Sonic, like you mentioned?
When you left here and you went to Sonic, like you mentioned, God bless you. God bless you, Chris, for this.
What flavors do you buy? Do you remember?
I think I got me and Mom a grape.
Is that your favorite?
My mom.
Is that your favorite?
That's my favorite. I don't remember what Mom got. She got, it's like a cool water or something like that.
Okay.
And then Hunter, I think, wanted the blue one, I think.
Okay, is that the slushie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Slushies. I don't really.
Did you buy food?
Nope.
Just the slushies?
Just the slushies.
Okay, then what happened?
And then we left from there, went to Priceless, and I wasn't even.
Well, how about that? So she tells what flavors they drink, and when you went to Sonic, what did you get? Slushies. No food. Just the slushies. No food. And that is true. That's exactly true. That's a very good point, Canadian Cookie. She doesn't say she made the kids something to eat. She says Summer probably got something in the fridge. And 1-800-TBI in chat here said, and I remember this after she mentioned it, that their refrigerator was not working during the time Summer went missing. Someone bought them a refrigerator after Summer went missing. So they did. I mean, why would she go to the refrigerator whenever the refrigerator wasn't working? I thought the orange pop was old and grandma gave Summer water. Yes, that is true. So where did the milk go? That's a good question, Kate. It had to go to either Grandis's, or I don't know if they had, like, they put it in ice, or did they put it in like a little one of those like little camping refrigerators. It was a mini dorm fridge. Okay, there we go. A mini dorm fridge. God. I believe Benny bought them a refrigerator. Yeah, someone else said that. So, what's the deal? What's the deal? So, Daisy, could you please have Candace elaborate further and ask where she ate? Because it wasn't Sonic. It wasn't Sonic. And if it was, you lied to Chris. And why would you lie to Chris when your daughter had been missing for only a month, or maybe even less at the time? I don't know, 6 weeks, maybe more. It was less than 2 months. Where did the hot dogs come from? Good question. That's what we're trying to figure out. But there was no fridge working when Summer went missing, Scorpio. I think what they're saying is they had a little dorm fridge, and Candace said once they got back home, Summer may, yes, Drakey, it was around the disappearance. This was I think 4 to 6 weeks after Summer went missing. And so Summer may have went to, I'm assuming, the dorm fridge in the house and made her something to eat. You see what I'm saying, guys? Didn't Jose say at one time they didn't have a refrigerator, they had an ice chest? I don't know. I need to go back and maybe listen to it. I was there when there are at. I was there where there. What about Linda? What do you mean, Linda? I've been to this exact spot as well. TBI has pulled all the receipts from everything bought that day, even at price list. You better believe they have. So, I hope TBI hears this. And a dorm fridge holds nothing. You're exactly right. A dorm fridge is it's made to hold like soda, and maybe a couple containers. So many different stories that don't add up. You're exactly right, Gwen. So did they live in squalor due to drug use? In my opinion, yes. And that's so a gallon jug will fit in the dorm refrigerators. Usually you have to put them on their side though. And how I know this is my husband and my mother-in-law, they are tea drinkers, and when we go to like a hotel or something, they always get a milk and we put it in the refrigerator, but we have to lay it on its side. So, and did Grandis have a milk, or did she have a bigger refrigerator? Like a camper size refrigerator. It's not a full size refrigerator, but it's also not a dorm refrigerator. And then it also makes me wonder, was that photo from that day? The beautiful chat, please hit the like. Mohawk, I'm talking about, I know the ones you're talking about. I'm talking about like the ones that goes under like a wet bar. So who said half gallons? Please go back and look at the facts. Yeah, they weren't half gallons. We've got photos of Summer on milk. And I mean, you just, something is wrong here, and there is a reason why they didn't tell us for 2 years. It is a very simple question. What did your kid eat today? And my son has a dorm fridge in his bedroom. There are tiny freezers and 2 shelves. So some of them, that's exactly right, Marlena. Pint size, yeah. What did Jose call Summer? Pint something. Half pint. That's what it was. And that's exactly right, Trev. The easiest questions. Hey, Trevor, you want to come up? You're welcome to. Half pint. No pressure, but if you want to come up, I'd love to hear your commentary on this. Please drop Trevor's channel. Guys, Trevor has been on the case since day one. He was there at the beginning, searching. The chat's moving a little fast, but okay, give you 2 minutes. Okay, we'll give him 2 minutes, and Trevor will come up. So I knew if this was answered, it's going to raise more questions. It's going to raise more questions. And those simple answers, like we were talking about earlier, just very simple answers that we have asked for so long. What time did Dawn leave that morning? Well, here I'll show you. Let me find it here. So, per Don Wells, claims he left home for work in Jonesboro. He says approximately about 7:30. I'm going to drop this link for Trevor. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Really appreciate it if you guys would. Everyone knows the store keeps milk cold. Leaving the store, yeah, and a lot of people's talked about that, the condensation, and specifically on a humid, hot day, There should have been condensation. But it has no problem going down memory lane with Lisa. Read this. Has no problem going down memory lane with Lisa. Yeah. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Hey, Jackie. Good to see you, honey. So he says that he left around 7:30, and sometimes between 7:30 and 8. And this is the thing. If they got there at 8, if they got at the hospital at 8 o'clock, right? It's what, 20 minutes, 25 minutes to the hospital from Ben Hill Road. Isn't that right? What time? Well, 8 a.m. Don said everyone was still sleeping. Pardon me. So these conflicting stories might change. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So if Dawn left at 7:30, Candace, Grandis, and Summer would have had to have left very, very quickly after dawn. I mean, within 10 minutes, probably. Do you think they got to the hospital? Yes, they did make it to the hospital. Now, 25 minutes. I see you. Okay. Yeah, Scorpio, you can come up. Of course, you can come up. Come on up. Uh, let's see here. Per Hunter, he said Candace texted him that Grandis was at the hospital. When asked to show messages, Hunter states that TBI still has his phone and he is using his deceased grandfather's phone in the meantime. He called her up and invited her over while she was waiting. Candace Bly Wells told him to ask his mom, which she said yes for a little bit because Grandis, or sorry, pardon me, Hunter's grandmother was on the way. Candace Bly Wells said she would be over in 5 to 10 minutes. Um, there was a comment here I wanted to see. You don't think if they got the hospital that early? In my opinion, Summer never. Oh, sorry, Scorpio. Oh. Hey, Trev.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Sweet.
Sorry. So, what do you think about this mess?
I think there's, just like you said, there's a reason to the point that it hasn't been addressed in 2 years.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, it's any kind of answers to questions like this only open up more questions.
Yes.
As this whole discussion has been, it's like, were they even serving food that early? Did you get the food from there? Why didn't you say that before? And that's why they don't answer these questions, because it opens 10 more because it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. Because I knew that Candace said that they did not get any food from Sonic. I remembered her saying that. And then whenever Daisy said that Candace said that they got food that morning, I'm like, there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
Because she said that they only got drinks.
Yeah.
So that's a problem.
Yeah, and it makes no sense. And why would she have lied back then? Why would she have not just told Chris that?
Exactly. Why? I mean, would you have lied, 4 to 6 weeks after your daughter went missing? There's no point in lying over something that really in the day should be non-consequential. You know what I mean? So of no consequence whatsoever.
Right. And it's like, especially at that point, why not tell Chris? Because that's way before any of the drop, everything started with, at some point now they'll be like, well, she doesn't like Chris, doesn't trust him. But at that point, invited him on the property, answered his questions, sat there at the horse pond with him. So at that point, she had no reason not to tell him unless she didn't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. And they're saying, Sonic does breakfast.
Right.
Now, some people, may have ordered hot dogs for breakfast, but they didn't eat there. She said that they didn't.
Right. They got the drinks. And she knew exactly what they got to drink. So if they got food, she would have remembered not only that they got food, but what they got.
Well, Chris asked 2 different ways as well, and she said no to both.
Right.
And do you remember the refrigerator not working?
I remember hearing of it, yeah.
Yeah. Because people were saying Benny bought them a refrigerator. And then it's, Summer might have went in and made herself something out of the fridge.
Right. And see, that's not, that doesn't, hold much weight, at least for me, because then that's just an if, she may have gone in and done that. Well, then we can say maybe, she did maybe she went and made everybody food. I mean, maybe she did a bunch of things, but unless then that doesn't really help fill in the gap there.
Okay, Marlena says, no, my 3 healers bought them a fridge. Thank you for clarifying that. And that house is not that big, right? So, right. If you're around that house, you're going to know. I mean, if you are walking your child over from a camper to the door 20 feet away, you're going to know if your kid has something to eat.
Right.
You're just going to know if you are that protective of your daughter, and you're going to know if Summer's munching on something or walking around the house or whatever. You're just going to know.
Right. And see, everything happened so quick. Her whole story is, she went inside, passed the boys, went down, Candace went in to find her, she was gone. Yep. So it happened in like such a quick amount of time. So you would think that'd be a pretty big detail of that small time frame if there was the going and getting inside the fridge and getting food out and eating it.
If you're going to lie about hot dogs, she will never tell the truth about anything. Let me show you something else here. So we know that she lied. Hold on, let me find it.
With him sitting there saying that she fell on a rock, there's no rock. Where do you see a rock?
Right. Yeah, the only... Okay. So this any time that you see.
Oh, she just dips her head in. But
let me find it.
Do you know them?
No, I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
And then he started throwing up gang signs, and I'm like, trash.
Okay.
I was trying to find, maybe it was in the beginning.
The door on her truck.
Right.
So I opened the back door and I let her and Hunter out.
Okay.
And Summer's first thing is to run to the water, of course.
Right.
And I was like, Summer, just wait, let me get my stuff and I'll walk over there with you. And she waited for me, and I don't know, Hunter went off into the woods somewhere. I don't know where he went.
Now, where was Summer sitting?
She was sitting in the middle seat.
Okay.
And we were just letting Summer play. And
okay.
No.
She'll. Which dress?
On.
Okay. And Summer, was she in her bathing suit?
Yes.
And how did she get in her bathing suit? Or?
I actually put her bathing suit on before we left home because it was really hot out that day.
Okay.
So
it's not really hot out at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay.
because I know how she gets too hot.
I'm trying to find where she was lying about
So what happened?
the drink.
And in here at the end, and then, well, the water's up a lot further than. Keep track of time.
No, I understand.
As long as your mom says it's okay. And I guess he woke her up or said something.
Oh, let's just play it from the beginning.
Yeah, she did Paw Patrol.
She's just a round girl.
Yeah. So let's take me back to that day when y'all were here swimming.
Okay.
You okay with that? Okay. So let's walk me down. Is this where you parked?
Scorpio, was that you? Scorpio. Scorpio, are you there?
It's me. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Let me put this down. How are you doing, dear?
I'm doing good. A lot
Good.
of stuff going on here.
There is. We're gonna watch this in a second, y'all. So what's your thoughts about this?
About the eating situation?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't buy it. I'm not buying it. It's very
Yeah.
it's very hard for me to say a mother just woke her kid up at, let's say, let's give her the benefit of the doubt, 8 o'clock, and the kid just mumbles into a dorm refrigerator and pulls out a random hot dog.
Well, I mean, this is of the morning, and the hot dog. I mean, they left at 7:30 in the morning. They went to the hospital, then they went to pick up Hunter, and then they went to pick up Grandis again, and then they went to the pharmacy, and then they went swimming, and then they go to Sonic, and then they go to Priceless, and then they drop Hunter off.
Right.
So the only time that they would have gotten any type of food is at Sonic, and that would be earlier in the day because the Priceless was later on.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you going to do? Start a campfire outside of the Priceless and cook your hot dogs?
So from what I got out of it is that she's claiming, right? She got a hot dog in the morning, right? That's what Candace said. Oh
She
no,
got
she
what?
had a hot.
I can't
Candace
hardly hear you. Sorry.
Candace said she had a hot dog, right? She didn't say when, where
She
she
said of the
got.
morning that she got a hot dog.
Right, but she's not saying where, right? That's what I'm saying.
Well,
So what?
the only place it could have been is Sonic. That's the only place they went for food,
But my
or
thought
that
is,
serves food.
maybe Candace had a random package of hot dogs in her fridge
She wasn't home.
before they left for the hospital.
They left that morning at 7:30 in the
Okay,
morning.
let me just walk you through my thought real quick. Can you hear
Uh-huh.
me?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is what I'm thinking Candace is trying to say. So I'm trying to put my mind where Candace
Uh-huh.
is that she gave her daughter a hot dog from the fridge. They went about their day. Then they did all the things. And then they went to Sonic. They got their slushies. And when
Uh,
she does mention the slushies, I don't hear a slushie for summer. I hear a slushie for Grandis. I
yeah,
hear a
she said Summer got a slushie, but she didn't say what flavor it was.
Mm.
I think it was grape, wasn't it, Trevor?
Yeah, she at first said she got grape for her and her mom, and then she took it back and said she got one for her and Summer, and then her mom got the ocean water.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear Summer's name mentioned through that. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. But I'm not taking from what Candace said originally, I don't think she meant she got a hot dog from Sonic. That's just what I picked up.
Well, where would she? I mean, so you're saying she could have gotten a hot dog that morning?
At home. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Knowing.
They would have had to leave at 7:30
Mm-hmm.
to get there at 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So you think Candace packed a lunch
No,
or a hot?
I think she said when Summer woke up, whatever Summer wanted in the fridge was a hot dog, possibly. This is just, speculation.
No.
And it's just, it's a
No.
pot. Listen, with this family, I don't put anything past them
No. I don't think.
because you don't hear Candace saying they got a hot dog at Sonic.
Well, I mean, I don't see Candace saying she packed a lunch that morning either.
No, I'm not. I'm not even saying that she packed a lunch. I'm saying Summer
I
went
mean,
in the
she
fridge,
she wouldn't.
grabbed a
I
hot
mean,
dog,
to be
and
honest
that
with you, she wouldn't even have had time to put a child's bathing suit on and then her clothes on and get Grandis in there. I mean, she had to leave within 10 minutes of Dawn leaving at 7:30 and have everyone in the car and have, I guess, the boys situated. It's not just Summer in the house
right.
and a cold hot dog, right? Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It's the Wells. That's what that's what I'm coming from. I'm thinking
Yeah,
like the Wells.
it's
It
all alive.
nothing makes sense.
The thing is, why wouldn't a mother have just said within 2 years, like this? We never ate. Why lie? That's exactly right, Lindsay. Why lie now?
She's been lying the whole time
Exactly.
Why hide it till now is the thing.
Why hide it to now? Yeah, maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
because she's been called out on it.
Yeah, because she didn't feed her kid.
Right. I agree with what you're saying
She didn't feed her
100%.
kid.
I don't believe she had a hot dog. That's my point. I don't think that kid had a hot dog at Sonic or at home. I
Yeah,
don't believe she had a hot dog.
she
I'm
didn't have a hot dog. No.
no, no. I was just trying to take it into a different perspective from how I perceive Candace, I should say, in my opinion. That
Yeah,
Candace wouldn't even care if Summer grabbed a hot dog out of a little tiny refrigerator. I don't think Candace would have cared. That's what I was trying to get to.
oh, Candace, I mean, I don't think I don't think Candace is truthfully capable of being motherly.
Right. I agree.
And it's and I have, to a point, I have sympathy for that, because how can you give something you've never had or experienced?
She lacks that motherly instinct.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
She's got zero motherly instincts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just trying to say, it kind of just was like, did she get the hot dog from the fridge at home? And that's what Candace is trying to say, because there's
Yeah.
never a hot dog mentioned at Sonic,
Yeah.
just slushies.
Yeah.
That's where my mind went when I first heard it.
Trina, exactly. No way in hell the Wells had planned meal times.
Yeah,
Candace the meal
exactly.
prepper.
Yeah.
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 Definitely not about the microbiologics, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, but it's a shame that it is a real possibility that child had no food for all those hours.
Sorry, I was moving something. Yeah, I mean, 19 up to 19 hours, I mean, that's insane. And
It's
this little girl
egregious.
was swimming, right?
Mhm.
Swimming.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
swimming takes a lot out of you. And I mean, Trevor, do you think that it's possible that she was just there 10 or 15 minutes swimming?
The the swim time has always been weird to me, and just surely from the fact of who takes a child, especially that young, to
Bingo.
go get ready to get in the water and then get out, knowing it's going to be like 15 minutes.
Yes, exactly.
Like, I've gone to pick up prescriptions before, and if they say they're going to fill it, maybe I go walk around and through the aisles of CVS for a few
Bingo.
minutes or sit
Yes.
down on my phone. I'm not
Yeah.
going to go
Go to your
swim.
car,
Yeah,
sit, but you're not going to go, you don't go swimming.
right.
You don't go
Right.
swimming. And
Right.
personally, I don't believe Grandis was there. I do not believe Grandis was there.
I don't believe Grandis was there.
And this is my thing. I wonder why Candace went there. Uh, you know, I think it's just an inappropriate thing for a grown woman to take a young man to a place like that, where Trevor, you've been there.
Yeah,
There's you're in the woods area. There's nobody around, and you're only there for 10 or 15 minutes. Huh. It don't make sense. I'm just
Nope.
telling you. I'm just
Uh-uh.
telling you. I mean, who does that for 10 or 15 minutes?
exactly.
I have questions. I don't think that alcohol was for Grandis. I don't think it was for Candace. I think it was for H.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I think it was for H and Candace.
and good night, Jenny. And it's why go there for 15 minutes?
Exactly.
I mean,
It's a crap.
I've done things that take 15 minutes, but I have never swam for 15 minutes only.
Well, see, also look at the timing, like how long it takes to get roughly from town back over to the swim hole. So you got to think about that too.
Yep.
So you're going to take like a 20-minute drive, however long, to swim for 15 minutes, to drive back for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little ways out there. It's a little ways out there. And Justin asked Trevor if he agrees with my comments. Still calling BS on the 8 a.m. appointment at the hospital, too. We don't have
Yeah.
appointments at the hospital here for acute knee pain.
Yeah, I agree. And especially during that time, because like again, like we were talking about with Sonic, well, think about how hospitals operated back during shutdowns and during COVID and stuff. I mean, you're not going to get appointments for a lot of things at that time, especially.
Mhm.
They're not
Mhm.
going to, they're going to, hospitals, I know here the emergency rooms were very much, shortening what they wanted you to come in for because they needed to treat bad cases of COVID and sickness, but they didn't want you coming in for just everything and exposing everyone to COVID. I mean, there were all those protocols in place back then. So
Right.
that just makes me even less believe that they operated like that for a knee issue.
Um, the only reservation that I have with so I see you. Am I right that I don't want to say this as a fact, so please understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that because I don't know. I'm asking a question. Didn't Chris say that Summer, or not Summer, sorry, Candace was seen at the hospital crying that morning? It is alleged. Is ICU still here? Yeah, she's still here. Okay. Yes, Justin. Okay. I don't remember that. No. Okay. Some people are saying no. I don't remember that either. I remember hearing it somewhere, but it's not widely talked about. So, so we're gonna say we're gonna just say no on that until I can either find that or not. So we're just gonna put a no on that right now.
We'll put a pin in it.
Put a pin in it. Yeah. I know she is seen on camera with Summer in the car at the hospital. Grandis went to the emergency room not as a scheduled appointment. I can't imagine them taking her because at this time, first of all, even in normal times, you don't use the emergency room. They get pissed off at you now if you
Yeah.
go there for a cough.
A minor thing. Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean? They'll say go to Med Express,
Yeah.
go to whatever,
A walk-in clinic.
a
Yeah.
walk-in clinic or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I never heard that. Okay. That'd be interesting if the paper trail comes. Yeah, I mean, listen. So you can bet that, the TBI Hawkins County, they have checked literally the physical receipts
Oh
on
yeah.
any place she has bought something that day.
Oh yeah.
And they just know it's coming, in my opinion. That's why the behavior is what
Oh
it
yeah.
is.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Agree.
Yeah. It's heightened. It's a much heightened awareness what's going on with Candace and Don.
Yeah. I am
It
surprised.
seems like there's one is spiraling and one is like avoiding even being on as much. Like you have
Correct.
Don where he had his, I mean, everybody I think now has seen his episode from the other night. And then you have Candace who now with even these kind of questions we're talking about won't even come up and talk about it. It's almost like she's avoiding being pressed on things even more than she's been in the past. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason for that.
It is extraordinarily odd for particularly a mother
Yeah.
to not be anywhere, to not, I mean, to literally have the press news station come to your home, Grandis talks, and Candace leaves a note. The mother of Summer Wells.
Yeah. That was weird.
Well, on day 5, so the 20th, I had people telling me that the news was out there across the street because at that point law enforcement was super heavy. You couldn't even really get up there. But they were asking Candace if she wanted to make a plea on the news, and of course, she waited a while. But they were asking her. So if that's true, then she was actively turning down a camera right in front of her to go on and talk about this, which I'll never understand.
Yeah. I wonder if Don got bad news previous to his tantrum. Well, that's been speculated for sure. And I say if he bad news, he knows bad news is coming, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I do,
Go
and I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
but I do think that that channel, one of the persons on that channel, kind of was, I won't say gaslighting, but somewhat of gaslighting Don about talking about the boys. She kept saying talking about the boys because there was a little boy there. And it was just, I mean, I know Don has a hairpin trigger. Listen, it doesn't take much for Don to go off like he did.
Mhm.
But then he goes on another creator and he's like a totally different person.
That's what Don does. That's what he
Yeah.
does best. And people's like, Don's at the edge. He's at his breaking point. No, Don has never changed.
No, he has not.
He's always
Don
acted
has
like that.
never changed. He has been this way as long as he has ever been. He will snap and he will apologize in the same sentence.
It's like an abuser mentality. Like I'm not.
Oh, absolutely. Why did you make me
It's
do this?
right. It's this whole
Yes.
idea of attack and then go. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Because it's it's reach out and attack. Just like I mean, we just saw on another platform recently, about a week or two ago. He went on and cussed the creator, threatened him. And then 2 seconds later, it's like, well, everybody just ruins my life. You know, it's your fault. Why? That's why I just got mad, because you guys are just so mean to me.
And then
Yeah.
he goes into the other mode is, I love you guys. You know I love you guys.
Mhm.
Right. It's a cycle. It's gaslighting the people that he attacks.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Abs-
Well, I
Yep.
mean, he was literally apologizing the other night, saying he was sorry, and then he's like, "How do you think?" I don't know, and he just started. That's when he just went off. But do you think this is the first time Don ever went off in 2 years?
No.
Nope.
No.
It's been seen many, many, many times. Repeated pattern.
And it's
My
not just
goodness.
publicly either. It's not just because he's on panel making a show. It's not just because he's upset with comments. He's done this privately too. It's like, you know, I mean, I'm definitely not the only person he's done this to, but I mean, people have heard the phone call where he did that to me, and the only reason people haven't heard it is because it was recorded. He was doing it over the phone.
Yes. Yes. And someone put, it could be something from, substance abuse or anything like that. And, a lot of times if you are using, your emotions go up and down and up and down. And that's, to me, is the concerning thing about Don. He gets enraged just as quickly as he de-escalates. But when you get enraged like that, you do something, it can be way too late afterwards.
Right.
Uh, you know,
And I
my-
really do think the certain channels he likes to drop that terrible N word on,
mhm.
that he is trying to sabotage that certain channel. There's a method behind him.
I think he does it because it's just within his heart, and he has such anger that he wants to say the most vile thing possible.
And he knows it gets people upset. He knows that's
Yeah.
a word that I mean, you know, he can call people this, that, the other, or disrespect one, you know, and there will be groups of people that get upset, or people on YouTube that'll not like it. But when he says something like that, you're going to get a overwhelming majority of people that are like, "Whoa, that is not
Yeah.
okay."
Yeah,
It's not okay. Not on any level.
it's
Even
inexcusable.
with a missing daughter, that's not okay.
It's never okay.
Mm-mm.
It's never okay.
No. I know we
Same
all
with you.
don't condone it.
Hi, normally you would have to go to our O2's outs for brace. You know what that means? Anybody? Hi, normally you would have to go to our OTs for brace. Anybody? Thank you so much, Shaz.
Probably like a physical therapist.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like a knee brace.
Yeah, yeah. She means to get the brace like that Grandis allegedly had.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I know they'll give you crutches in the ER, but I've never heard of them giving you like a knee brace.
Orthopedic,
They'll
orthopedic
wrap it.
specialist,
And then Don claims
or
he's never
therapy. I mean,
seen a brace on Grandis.
Say that again.
Don claims he's never seen a brace on Grandis.
Um, God, the things that we know that doesn't make sense. I can't even imagine what the TBI have.
yeah.
They're just sitting back taking it all in.
You know what I mean? Like, I just can't even imagine
Mm-hmm.
what the TBI has.
I mean, imagine being the person or persons like who have to go watch when they go on panels, just in effort to, you know, one, their behaviors, but two, if they say anything,
Yeah.
Right.
because they're listening. You know, they're not passing up the time that they're online
Well,
publicly saying. I mean, that's the easiest place to get statements.
and
Yeah.
yeah, because it's willingly.
Yeah, in public.
It's willingly. It's exactly, it's the public, and they go on panel. I mean, in my opinion, they're crazy for going on panel.
The first thing they can use against them are their words.
Yeah, and see, it's public, so it's so easy. If we can make an account and listen, the TBI can. If we can clip things, they, you know what they
100%.
can do?
Yep. They put it right in the database.
Yep, over to a whoever they need to send it to somebody who's
Yep.
analyzing behavior, and there you got it.
Yep.
Bingo. Bingo.
Yep.
I mean, you know, now she's over there talking a lot of stuff about you, saying you do not get the right Jose.
Oh Lord.
God bless her. God bless Daisy, honey. I mean, honestly, the poor woman, she's so gullible.
She needs some
She's
holy water.
she's so gullible, man. Like, I
That,
think Daisy's a good person at heart. I
yes, but
really
the wells prey on those people.
oh, I mean, they're vultures. They're vultures.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And, I have to agree with PG on this.
Yes.
They're just using Daisy for everything. Now, the only buddy that got the wrong person was Daisy saying Rose was alive, was raised from the dead, kind of thing. And that's when
That
and
was
that's when I went
Daisy.
to
Yeah, yeah,
and that's when I went over there and said, I just talked to the lady you're saying is Rose, and let me show you Daisy. And I showed her, and she did not like that.
yeah. That
So,
same
That-
that same lady was on my Facebook months and months ago. Early on, when I first said something about how there were two family members missing in this case, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm Rose. I know who Rose is," and I was like, "Okay."
uh, that's exactly right, Rach. Justin had personal contact with Jose and his family. For God's sake, Justin even bought him shoes. Not
yeah.
only that, Chris McDonough checked him out.
Yeah,
And Josh has talked to him. I've talked to literally his kids, his ex, everybody. Um, so trust me, if I bring someone up on this panel, and I say this is Jose, trust this. It took us 3 months of digging, like 24/7 almost. I see you can tell you, because everybody was wanted to know where Jose was, and he ended up being in Alaska working for a company did the that worked with The Deadliest Catch, that TV show. He was hard to find, man. Um, I don't know. Bless her heart. I mean, I'm not I'm not even mad at Daisy, to be honest with you. Like, I actually feel sorry for her, when it comes to just she wants to believe the best in everybody.
Yeah, but
When
come
she
on. Come
but
on, Justin.
but Daisy goes on feelings,
Yeah, but
you
right.
know,
this
the
case is
emotional part. When Candace looks in my eyes, I just get that feeling that she didn't do this because she's nice to me, guys. She's very nice to me, you
it's
know.
be it's called a con artist.
Oh yeah, they're master manipulators. And Daisy, she and Christine both used to be on the opposite end before they talked to the Wells. They were going off the facts, and they did suspect them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And now they've
Mm-hmm.
talked to them,
They,
and it's
they,
flipped.
yes. And listen, I am one of the very few creators that it's not because I've never been able to. I have never talked to Don and Candace. I don't know if you know that, Trevor.
That's a
I,
fact.
I have never talked to Don and Candace. I don't need to talk to Don and Candace personally. That's the way
No.
I feel. I don't need to know. I don't need the personal feeling of knowing them,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
because they give us more than enough information.
Exactly.
And it's not that I don't, I mean, somebody's got to talk to them, but I
Mhm.
personally don't talk to them.
Right.
And it's not like I've never been able to. I've had plenty of opportunities. I mean, the night uh Molly had them on, and that's when that big blow up between Don and Candace when
Yeah,
he
that was a
allegedly
night.
hit her. I mean, it's not like I couldn't have been up there, right, Scorpio? It's
Right,
like
right.
so.
That was
So,
a night.
um, I
That
mean,
was the night with Laura and Molly, right?
yeah, Laura and Molly, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's just nothing that I personally need. Like, listen, I did this live today. I know I mean, for most of us, 19 hours. Just saying a child may not have ate for 19 hours. Think about it. You know what I mean? And it sounds horrible because it is horrible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely horrible.
And then for a story to be concocted 2 years later to fill that in,
Yeah,
I don't buy it.
yeah.
And
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 it
then
worked.
and then today we get a hot dog story.
Right.
Really?
Yes, Vine Summer's truth. We can see you.
And that's how their stories have stuck to a certain extent, is because they give things so brief. Like the way I described it on a show a few weeks ago, I think I said, like, basically their timeline, if you think of it like as a puzzle, they give us like a 10-piece puzzle. Like they give us the bare minimum. We went here, here,
Yes,
here, here. We don't have
yes.
times, we don't have details. Because
Right.
if they give us 1,000-piece puzzle, that'd be 1,000 things for us to break down and look at.
Dissect, yeah.
But
Right.
instead, they give us the bare minimum of a 10-piece right here. We went here, we went here. I don't know the time, I don't know details, and that's it. So there's
Mhm.
nothing to dissect because there's nothing there
Right.
besides, did you go here or not? Well, that's not what only matters. Did you go here or not? Well, when did you go? Why did you go? What
Mhm.
happened? Things like that. And that's why I don't buy the hot dog thing, because
Well,
that's another
that's
piece that they left out until just
bingo.
now.
Bingo.
Right.
That's the genius of Chris here. He knows
Mm-hmm.
how to ask the questions. Oh, so you went to Sonic. What flavor did you get? What flavor did Summer get? What flavor did Grandis get? Oh, by the way, did you eat anything? No, I didn't eat anything. 2 years
Mm-hmm.
later, you're saying you ate a hot dog. Where the hell did you eat a hot dog at? The only place that serves hot dogs you eat is Sonic. That's the only place you went that. I mean, Walgreens. I mean,
But she never mentioned she gets a hot dog at Sonic.
no, she said she didn't get any food.
Right. Exactly. That's
Yes,
why the statement
Aisha, we
that
can
she
see
said.
you.
What's that?
I was saying Aisha. She was asking if we can see
I'm
her.
sorry.
Red
That's
flags.
why I was saying. That's why I jumped in and said, "Did the hot dog come from their home?" Because she's not saying a hot dog came from Sonic. That was my thought on that whole process.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I know I'm talking about a freaking hot dog, right? But honestly, that's my thought of how Candace is trying to portray it. Is, oh no, she had a hot dog, and maybe in her mind thinking, oh yeah, well everybody knows we went to
Well,
Sonic.
even if she had a hot dog at 7:30 in the morning, that's not enough.
No, I agree.
Which there's no way in hell she had a hot dog at 7:30 in the morning.
I don't think so
She,
either.
she did. They got up
She didn't
and,
eat. She did
and
not eat.
well, and now what's also changing, uh, Trevor, is the car story.
Yeah.
I took that Subaru the day before
Before.
Summer went missing.
Yep.
So you took that Subaru the day before Summer went missing. You told Chris you took it the day of. It was just sitting around. I took it the day of, and that's it. I've been paying $600 on the thing.
Right, because that was his excuse. Take it. He's like, I pay so much money onto it. Why not use it?
Yeah, yeah. I've talked to Josh. I talked to
Yeah,
him
he's
last
just
night.
having some technical issues.
Yeah, he's good. So,
Do you think that Don possibly wanted to cause some type of confusion between the Subaru and the Suburban?
well, I think that's exactly what they wanted to do the last 2 years, is cause confusion.
Right.
Um, that was the whole purpose of Starlink. Yeah, and you're
Yes.
right, Marlena. He's like, I've got Starlink as my alibi.
Yes.
He said that.
107. Yep, he did.
Let's see. My
But
my thought would, my hunch is, if that actually proved where he was, you know, if T-Bag was able to look at that and say, yeah, we know you were here instead of at your house.
They would have cleared him.
Right. And he would be cleared himself. That's the thing, is they have no fear in talking. Like, Don will go on and say anything. So if he'll go on and say these kind of things, he would definitely be announcing from the window tops, you know, from the rooftops, that he was cleared because Starlink, and he's, you know, he dropped that. So it almost seems like, you know, that it didn't work out like he thought it would, and he started
Exactly,
backing
Trevor.
away from it.
Exactly.
1-800, where's Summer? 1-800 TBFN says the reason Don was taking the Subaru is because CPS was going to come over there, and if they didn't see the Subaru, they probably wouldn't get out because they knew Candace was gone. That's a very good point, because wasn't it the day before Summer went missing, CPS was there, right?
Mhm.
It was the day before. That makes
Yes.
sense. I mean, it does make sense. Yeah, Brandy, Tyler were cleared by law enforcement. And this is the thing, if you are so innocent, and the temper Don has, he would be, and if he actually thought he was innocent, in my opinion, he would be down there saying, you mother chickens better clear me.
Yeah.
But he doesn't.
No, because he
Nope.
knows better.
Yep.
They're not, Ronnie Lawson told us, not cooperating with their daughter's investigation.
100%.
You're not cooperating with your daughter's investigation?
I mean,
Hello, people.
Yeah.
Hello. Like, what does Daisy or any of them, like, how can they not see this?
right. And people say what they want about Lawson and that part of the investigation, but that was a smart move, because that's what got, I mean, Candace
Bingo.
only wrote a note, but that got Grandis talking.
Bingo. Yes, it did.
It got them talking.
It
It
did.
put them on the
It was
defensive.
bait. It was
Yeah.
It
bait.
did put him on the defense.
And they failed, because one, they
Mhm.
went on and only talked about themselves, which,
Mhm.
I mean, you could not look worse when the news is there to ask you about you know, your missing grandchild and all this, and your first thing is, oh, let's talk about me. I don't have a lawyer. I don't have a lawyer. I don't have a lawyer. Like, say, forget the lawyer. Find my kid or find my grandkid, depending on which one you're talking to.
Mm-hmm. And was it confirmed where Summer slept? You mean at the house? She slept with Don and Candace that night, according to Don and Candace. What was I going to say? I was going to say something to that. What did you just say, Trevor?
I was talking about how Lawson baited them and they took it and failed.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say about Grandis. She's like, in that interview too, she said, I believe it was at the watering or the horse ponds.
Yeah.
What do you mean you believe? You were supposed to be there.
Yeah. She was like, they went to she went swimming here at the whatever,
Yeah.
you know. How
She
do you
went
not know?
swimming at the, I believe it was the horse ponds.
Mhm.
And it's like, what do you mean you believe? You were supposed to be there. I don't think she was there.
And
I
she
think it
threw
was,
out the nap thing. You know, she threw that extra. She threw a wrench and everything when she mentioned a nap. That would have
and,
never happened if they didn't get baited. If she didn't get baited into talking.
and not only that, I think that Grandis would have been on that TikTok that Candace was on, that Summer was on, and that H was on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that TikTok that they were doing
Right.
with the music and stuff. Summer's in the water. Well, where's Grandis? They was, flipping the phone around. Well, where's Grandis? She's supposed to be there. Remember, Candace, you helped her down the hill, right?
Right. It was her prescription that you're waiting on. Where was
Yeah.
she?
I do want to say, in one version of that TikTok video, and thank you for sending that to me, Trevor, last
Thank
night.
you, Joey.
I really appreciate it.
Oh, sure.
I could have sworn when H is standing full frontal, and then she went over to, I guess, her left and was going into like the tree area, the bushy area. I could have sworn at on one of the videos I saw a foot with like a black sneaker-ish kind of foot, and then the one you sent me last night I couldn't see it, but then then she like focused on those red berries on the bush
Mhm.
when it was ending. And I know those berries are poisonous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which
This
those
label's
berries are? And she kind of ended it with when she went back to Summer. And that
Yeah.
was not a swimsuit that Summer had on. That was a top and shorts that baby had on.
Yeah.
That was no swimsuit. However, anybody could say that was a swimsuit. That was not. I raised two daughters. That was no swimsuit. That was impromptu. Just whatever they wanted to get her in the water. That's what they put on her. So Don's whole, oh, Candace has a whole bunch of swimsuits. Blah blah
Okay.
blah. Stop, Don. Just
Uh,
stop.
Another point, Butterfly Kisses, the stable said that vehicle was there most of the day.
That was huge. I remember hearing that.
That was very huge. They have no reason to lie.
No.
And B, I think there was more than one vehicle used that day.
Yeah. And I think that's where the whole
Absolutely.
difference comes in of, well, this was kept in this car, but we were in this car and I took this car. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you don't
Yeah.
switch cars like what? Like, so you go get groceries in one car, but then you go swim in a different car, or the opposite. You know, you go swim with one car and then you go get groceries in the why? That makes no sense.
Well, they had the Subaru and they had Grandma's truck.
Right.
So I want to know, was there a visual ever reported that she was at the swim hole that day?
Well, I mean, if the TikTok is right, then she was at the swimming hole that day. But again, for 10, 15 minutes,
But I'm saying
Candace,
by like TBI,
no,
Ellie,
TBI has never
right,
confirmed anywhere that they have been that I'm aware of. Or what
right.
about you, H? Or I mean, God, Trevor.
Trevor.
Sorry, I was reading something.
No, you're fine. I believe, and this is not, don't take this for fact. I have to go back and look, but I thought Ansley was talking one time on a clip and said basically something about how she talked to Pruitt, and then something about the video in the water, because then it brought up for a while. There was a conversation like on YouTube about, does that mean that the milk wasn't from that day, or does that mean they don't want to talk about the milk? So there was some implication that it was from that day, but I haven't heard like directly from law enforcement that it was or wasn't.
Right.
Mhm.
So there's no consistency in
Right.
any of that. Right.
Or like proof of it. Yeah, I'm not
Right.
sure.
Right. And that's how I feel. I do not, just in my opinion, I do not feel that milk jug video was from the day that Summer went missing. Just
Fun to Ski says Grandis went to the hospital on the 4th of June and again on the 15th of June 2020, or you mean 2021? Did you ever know about the 4th of June? Anybody?
No.
Never heard that.
I've heard of it, yes.
It was a short and a tank top, yeah. Listen to this.
Yeah, this is where I park. I park here all the time.
All the time. And now, do you come here a lot?
I used to come here a lot. Yeah.
And do you bring the kids here?
I'd bring the kids here all the time, and they'd either fish or swim,
Okay.
whichever.
Right.
There's nobody down here hardly.
Right.
So it's away from. I don't like to have the kids around a bunch of other kids because of all the sickness and stuff that's been going around,
Yeah.
different kids and stuff like that.
Yep.
So this was more secluded.
Okay, now remember, this is in the heart of the pandemic, and Candace herself says there's not a lot of people that come here.
Private kind of thing, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. That makes
I'm
sense.
more of a quiet kind of person. I don't like to be in a big crowd.
Yeah.
I tend to stick to myself and my family, and that's it.
Yeah. And when you guys got here, who was with you? There's a lot of rumors
my
about.
My mother was with me.
Yep.
And my daughter,
Yep.
Summer, and Hunter was with us.
Okay. Now, Tell me about the dynamics of what everybody was doing. Who was doing what when you first got here? What happened?
I got out of the car first, and then I opened the back door because my mom's got a double door on her truck.
Right.
So I opened the back door and I let her and Hunter out.
Okay.
And Summer's first thing is to run to the water, of course.
Right.
And I was like, Summer, just wait, let me get my stuff and I'll walk over there with you. And she waited for me, and I don't know, Hunter went off into the woods somewhere. I don't know where he went.
Now, where was Summer sitting?
She was sitting in the middle seat.
Okay.
Hunter was sitting on the end.
Okay.
And my mom said, hold on a minute, so we waited for my mom to get out.
Okay.
And Hunter, he just done disappeared into the woods. I don't know where he went.
Okay. Okay.
And
Where did Hunter go?
me and my mom and Summer walked over there.
He says he went in the woods. Now, I mean, maybe he needed to pee. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's the only thing I could rationalize, that maybe that's why he just ran out. But again, that's the only reason I could think of, he needed to go pee.
Or change, maybe?
And we were just letting Summer play, and then Hunter
Or change, yes.
eventually come back out of the woods wherever he was.
Okay.
And
So let's walk over there. Show me. And I'll just follow you, okay?
No.
So I'll follow you on which direction. And
everything's slow motion now.
I know.
Good point, Amanda.
So which direction does Hunter go?
He went that way.
He went that way. Now, was he in a bathing suit?
No, I think he just had his shorts and his shirt on.
Okay. And Summer, was she in her bathing suit?
Yes.
And how did she get in her bathing suit? Or
I actually put her bathing suit on before we left home because it was really hot out that day.
okay.
This is a discrepancy
No, you didn't, Candace.
right here. So H says that Summer changed in their house at Allie's.
Yes, she did.
Candace says she put her daughter in a bathing suit at 7:30 in the morning. I personally believe more Hunter, probably.
Yeah, why put the bathing suit on at 7:30?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, you wasn't planning on swimming at 7:30.
Right. It's apparently this like impromptu, like, oh, we got to wait on the prescription. Let's go.
Right. So, let's think about, yeah. So, and I think
I don't think Hunter or Summer were with Grandis and Candace at that moment.
you don't think Hunter was there?
Not at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh no, of course he wasn't there at 7:30 in the morning. They picked him up after the hospital when Grandis was waiting in the hospital. But
But I think Summer was left at home when Candace and Grandis went to the hospital
well, then they would have had to come back and get her, and then
and get Hunter.
it's too far for Candace to go back from the hospital to Ben Hill Road. That's another 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, in my opinion. Like, I think Summer was with Candace the entire time since they left. But, when it comes to the bathing suit, I think that possibly neither happened. I think maybe Candace had the, what vehicle was it, Trevor? Starts with Suburban.
Suburban.
Yeah.
Because Don has said at least twice that I've heard recently that Candace always kept bathing suits in the Suburban.
Right.
So, okay, let me continue this.
So it was just something small and then not so hot.
Okay.
Because I know how she gets too hot.
Okay. And what was the temperature that day? Give me an idea.
Probably in the 80s. I don't
Okay.
wanna
So
say.
it's Tennessee warm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like it is now.
And are you an air conditioned person, or in your mom's truck was the
No.
AC on or
I
off?
don't like AC.
Okay, okay. So what happened? Where do you guys go, and where's Summer going here?
We all walked down this path, me, my mom, and Summer.
All right. So all three of you together.
Yeah.
Now, how does Mom's knee handle this hill here?
Well, she uses her cane, so it's a little bit easier, and she'll hold on to my shoulder so
Okay.
she doesn't fall or nothing.
So you're kind of escorting her down here.
Yeah.
And is Summer ahead of you or behind
She's
you?
right here in front of me.
Okay. So walk me through that.
Oh, we're just walking down through here. I mean, usually, like I said, we go slow because of my mom's knee
Okay.
messed up.
Okay.
I was just standing here at the end, and then, well, the water's up a lot further than it usually is. Usually it's down. You can usually see all that wood sticking up out of the water. And she was just playing right here.
And what time do you get here about, if you remember?
I couldn't even tell you, to be honest.
Now the water is up significantly when Chris and Candace is here, by the way.
Yes.
It's very high at the time. It's usually not this high. I don't know if it was high when the day Summer. I don't think it was near this high when Summer and them was there that day, was it?
Probably not. I mean, anytime I've been there, which is obviously all post June 15th, it's been lower out. You can see like she's saying, you can see the sticks and the branches and the creek by the edge.
Yeah, when I was there, it was, it like when you first walk into it, it's really shallow and it's dirty.
Mhm.
It's really dirty in that area.
Hey, Justin, do you have the TikTok video by any chance?
Somewhere. Candace told everybody Summer is not alive anymore when she said, I've got to put Summer aside because my boys are still alive and living. Yeah, she did.
A good time is, I don't keep track of time.
No, I understand.
I mean, I get up in the morning, I do my thing with the kids, and then we go to bed.
Okay.
I couldn't even tell you. I know I went to the hospital at 8 with my mom, dropped her off, and I was sitting there, and Hunter called me and asked me what I was doing. I said I was sitting at the hospital in the parking lot waiting on my mom to get done. And he said, well, why don't y'all come over? I said, well, as long as your mom says it's okay. And I guess he woke her up or said something to her, and he said, yeah, she said it's fine for a little bit, because I guess his grandma was coming over or something. She don't like me. But I don't like her either, so.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, seems like you guys have had a falling out. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
And,
It was stupid part on out, really honest.
what was it over?
Well, I don't know if it was her husband or Hunter's, I'm just going to say Hunter's daddy. Come out with all these guys and stuff, and we're supposed to move down here. And they couldn't find a place to stay or whatever. Well, I don't really remember what this guy's name was. I know he's a Mexican, I think. And she
That Jose guy?
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah, she wanted him to stay, and she was also staying at my house.
Okay.
So I said, well, if you're going to be with him, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. That's y'all's deal. And I don't know, they did whatever they did because I didn't really pay attention to them. I just hung out with the kids and my mom. And then one day he just goes, I like chicks with dicks. After him and her did whatever. And she got all pissed off and just said, told my mom, take me and my kids back to my place. I'm out of here. So I don't even know what really happened.
Okay.
She just went off the handle. And ever since that, I don't know, she's just been hateful towards me. I don't know, I don't get it. I really wish I could understand it.
Okay.
And she stuck me with that guy. And then my husband got home. He's like, well, who's this guy, And I'm like, Allie left him here, abandoned him here. I was like, he ain't got no place to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then my mom took him after my husband and him got into a little squirrel. My mom took him, I believe it was to North Carolina to some chick's house. And then that was the end of him. I never heard from him again.
So your mom drove him up there?
Yeah, my mom did.
Okay.
And I never heard from the guy again.
What part of North Carolina do you know?
I don't even know.
It was actually South Carolina, just FYI.
Okay. What kind of vehicle did he have, if any?
He didn't have no vehicle.
Okay. Your mom took him
My
out?
mom took him in her truck.
Got it. Straight up. Okay. Then, so you're down here, and all of a sudden now, Summer is doing what?
Summer's just playing in the water right here.
Okay.
I'm just standing right here. All the flowers
Listen to
that died
this
that were
carefully.
there on that
Oh,
road.
so there were a bunch of flowers
There
here?
was a bunch of flowers right here, yeah, on this little petal. I don't know what, I guess they've all died now, but.
Okay. And where's Grandma?
Mom's standing right here,
Okay.
and I'm over here close to the edge just because Summer's in the water, you
Sure,
know what I'm saying? That's
sure.
my thing.
Okay.
And she's just playing, you know, like a normal kid would play in the water. And then Hunter came from wherever he was and come down here and was standing here. I don't want to get all wet, but
Yeah.
he was like standing here and Summer was out a little bit further. They were pretty far apart from like me and your wife is.
Okay. Is that the TikTok video you took?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can see how far they were apart.
Yeah, I can see it. Right.
And with him sitting there saying that she fell on a rock, there's no rock. Where do you see a rock?
Right. Yeah, the only rocks I saw were right over here,
Yeah,
and
they're
then
not
up
even-
there.
Yeah, they're way over there, and I'm right here.
Okay. So this is where she is, though.
Yeah, this is where she is right here.
Okay. And how is she? What's her behavior?
She's jumping around, splashing, having a good
just
time,
Summer.
just like Summer would always do.
Okay.
I mean, that's how all my kids are.
Okay.
They just splash around and have a good time.
Does she go underwater at any time that you see?
Oh, she just dips her head in, but sticks it right back up. I mean, it was only up to here
So
at the time.
where did this idea?
So in that TikTok video, it wasn't just up to her ankles, between her
No, that's what I was
ankles and
gonna
her
say.
knees.
No, it's not.
That's wrong. She's lying on that, because
Yeah.
that's not true, because it was a lot higher than that.
She said that to go after Hunter's comment about her, hitting her head or whatever.
Yes, because
she lied
I
so
think
she
she
could-
knows that Chris is getting ready to go there.
Yeah. So she lied just to disprove that.
Mhm. Bingo. Listen to this very carefully.
Idea of under the water.
I have no idea
Where's
where
that
even
come from? Okay.
That just blew my mind when I heard that. I was like, she didn't even go into, because when she was playing in the water, I was literally taking the TikTok video just to watch, and I did different things because that's how TikTok is. You can do different things with them.
Right.
And I was just taking TikTok video, and he come up out of there somewhere, and I was like, just splashed around, and then he threw up gang signs.
Do you know them?
No, I have no idea who that is.
Okay.
And then he started throwing up gang signs, and I'm like, so I moved it back away from him as quick as I could, and I was videoing them flowers, and then back at Summer again real quick. And then he decided to get in the water right there, and he went like this with the water a couple times. I told him, please stop that. She don't like to be splashed.
Okay.
And so he quit and got out. And I said, come on, Summer, we got to go get Grandma's prescription. And we just got back in the truck and left.
Okay. So a lot has been said about the tea thing, right? And there's can over there and stuff. Now I asked Hunter.
When we come down
tell me
here,
the story
this whole
on
place
that.
was littered in trash.
Okay.
It was all trash down here. Like, them teas were all over through there, all through everywhere.
Okay.
There was flowers that my mom wanted to pick from here, and I said, Mom, you better not do that. It's a state park. You get in
Okay.
trouble for that if you get caught.
Okay.
I'm not getting caught for that.
Okay.
And I told her that, and we just walked on back to the truck, but I don't know where that iced tea coming from. I know that I did buy an iced tea
Okay.
from the smoke shop in town, but I bought that iced tea from my mother.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if she was here today, she would tell you that.
Right.
Lie number 2 that we can disprove, because she's actually admitted it now, that drink was for H.
Well, wasn't her mom just about to go pick up a pain pill prescription?
Yeah. That
Let's
too.
just load up on her alcohol first.
Yeah. Load it up. Which she has admitted that that was not for Grandis,
Right.
that was for, well, she says, I bought it and H ended up drinking it or something to that effect. And Candace doubled down. She doubles down on it. She says that and my mom can tell you that for a fact. Which that's a lie. And Candace looks at him right in his eye and says, my mom can tell you that for a fact. If she was here right now. Why lie? Because you're hiding something.
Right. And did you notice that? And maybe I just picked up on this for no reason, but right after the part where she was disproving H talking about her hitting her head, right? And she's like, it was only up to here. That would never happen, or that didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, she goes on to say, I told him to stop splashing. She doesn't like that. So she had to include a little tidbit of
I was
going
to pause it there. I was going to say, I can't imagine her saying, stop splashing.
Yeah, but she wanted to include that, I feel like, because she was just disproving his comments. So she had to throw in that she was she was getting on to him for something.
And she was being an adult. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
And the vapes that I bought were nicotine.
Sometimes literally the smallest things in a case can literally crack it wide open. Literally the most minute thing in a case.
Yep.
A lot of times it's not the big things. A lot of times it's the, in forensics or something, it's the grasshopper in the grill of the car, or the plant that's in the grill of the car. It's something so simple.
Yeah, so insignificant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Vapes from the hippie house.
Next door.
Right, next door.
Okay.
Well, no, they're kind of, one's further down by the mall. The smoke shop's further down by the mall where I got the IC. And the hippie house is just right over here before you crossed over the bridge.
Got it. Okay, so the smoke shop where you bought the
we went to the hospital,
right,
and picked up my mom,
right,
and then we stopped at the smoke shop and I got mom that twisted tea that she wanted. And then I stopped at the hippie house and got me some smoked nicotine vape.
Okay, for those of you that's just joined us in a little bit, Daisy said earlier that Candace told her that Summer ate hot dogs. I did a live earlier today saying Summer may not have ate as much as 19 hours, before bed. Obviously, usually you have dinner and then you don't eat, obviously, while you're sleeping. And we never knew of Summer eating anything during that day. Well, that guess triggered someone, and now Candace is saying they ate hot dogs. But listen to what happened.
Is what I got.
Okay. What flavor?
I think they were Skittles.
Okay.
Because that's kind of like.
Wait, do they have like a different flavor?
They actually taste like Skittles.
Okay.
It's the only kind I'll buy.
Okay.
And then we left from there and we went straight down to Walgreens and went to the drive-thru. But after we were done at the hippie house, I think we bought 3 of them, I think, I believe. And I set them right there on the console. And he asked for one. I said, no, you can't have none.
Did he take one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Honest to God, I don't know.
Okay.
But then we went to the Walgreens. And
She knows. Honest to God, I don't know. She knows.
She knows. Skittle vape.
dropped off mom.
What's that? Go ahead.
I said Skittle vape.
Mm-hmm.
And what's found in the back of the truck?
Skittles?
Correct.
Yep.
Prescription. I said, well, we got to wait 30 minutes. Why don't we just bring Summer down here and let her play for a little bit?
Okay.
And that's what we did.
Okay.
I mean, there was nothing. I honestly didn't see him drink nothing down here. I don't know what he's talking about. I really don't.
All right.
Bull crap.
So it's your word against his, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay. On this scenario right
Yes.
here. Okay, so from here, where do you guys go?
Walgreens to pick up my mom's prescription.
Okay, is that the Walgreens right down at the edge
it's
here?
right straight across.
It's the one that I showed the other day that it's right down here?
Yeah, when we turned to come down here,
Yeah.
it's right there on the corner.
Okay, you get mom's prescription.
Yep.
Then what happens?
Then I told mom, I said, why don't we get a Sonic?
Okay.
Because it's hot out.
Right.
So we drove in there, got a Sonic.
Right across the street.
Yep, right across the street.
Okay.
And then we left from there, and I went up Moreland Drive because I had to pick up a few things. I was in the store for maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Grabbed some milk and some cheese, and I don't remember what else I bought.
Okay. And that's the food lush?
No, priceless.
Priceless. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then I was like, Hunter, you're not coming to the house. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're going back to your house.
Okay.
And I took him back to his house and dropped him off and left. And Summer was still awake when I left his house.
Okay. Okay.
And Allie did never walk to the truck and try to talk to me or
Okay.
I tried to get her to come over and talk to me, but she wouldn't.
Okay. Where does from here, when you left here, okay, and you went to Sonic, like you mentioned, what flavors do you buy? Do you remember?
I think I got me and Mom a grape.
Is that your favorite?
Not my mom.
Is that your
Summer got a
favorite?
grape. That's my favorite. I don't remember what Mom got. She got it's like a cool water or something like that.
Okay.
And then Hunter, I think, wanted the blue one. I think.
Okay. Is that the slushy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The slushies. I don't really.
Did you buy food?
Nope.
Just the slushies.
Just the slushies.
Okay.
Did you buy food? Nope, just the slushies. Yep, just the slushies. How about that hot dog? How
There
about
was
that
never a
hot dog?
hot dog. Never a hot dog at Sonic.
Never a hot dog. So Scorpio wants to play this. I can't play the music because
Yeah.
I equally
obviously,
love.
but what's that?
Sorry, I was just saying I love how she talks about how they went and shopped for these things and it took 5 minutes. She must have been like sprinting through the store to go all the way back and get the milk and then go get the keys and
Yeah.
check out. 5 minutes.
I would love to see them dashing through a store.
Grandis had to be on an ATV rather than
I said his little
walking or
carts go
something.
like they barely move. She
It was no supermarket sweeps, guys.
Yeah. No car seat or booster. Yeah. Now this doesn't look like it's to anyone's ankles or knees, does it? Just asking
No.
Yeah,
because
she said
she's
that
up
there's
to
no
her
way
neck.
she's underwater.
No floaties. Yeah, definitely no floaties.
Mhm.
So I just wanted to point that out as well.
I think a lot of people haven't seen this either.
I think maybe this is where Hunter was splashing. Look,
Yes.
you'll notice the things around it. Okay, this is Hunter throwing up the gang signs or whatever. Okay.
And look at the berry she pulls up to the camera. Right there.
No, that's not berries. That's a rose bush.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a rose bush that blooms there. It's like I guess I don't know how it got there, but it's like it's a climbing rose bush.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there off to the right. If
Yeah.
you look straight in the water.
Yeah. Now look at this. Summer's a little bit out there, right? She's out there a lot further than H. Wouldn't you think? I mean, here's the
Oh yeah.
here's that. So, no way past her ankles. Yeah, I mean it's
And that is not a bathing suit for a baby girl.
definitely not me.
No, it's not a bathing suit. And the shirt that she had on under that tracksuit was not the same shirt she was wearing. So she had to have been changed after this.
Allie mentioned the doctor appointment for Hunter in her interview. He did have an appointment that evening. You were supposed to, wasn't he?
Yes.
Why does she say, Hunter, you are not coming to my house? Was there a conversation about that? Thought he had a doctor's appointment that afternoon. Good point. Very good point. Why did Hunter say they've... Hold on one second. Where was it? They bought Summer that outfit that she had on. How the hell would they know they bought it if they didn't buy that? Why did Hunter say they bought Summer that outfit that she had on that day? Why the hell would know they bought it if they did? So so what you're saying is, didn't someone say they stopped and bought Hunter or Summer an outfit?
Yes.
Do you remember that,
Yes.
Trevor?
Yeah, I think someone I've heard it mentioned before.
And it was at the Dollar General.
Hmm.
I've heard different sources of where she got that outfit. Yard sale, I believe, was one.
At a garage sale, Mohawk said.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make a lot of sense, if you ask me.
Then what happened?
And then we left from there, went to Priceless, and I wasn't even in there 5 minutes. Grabbed my milk, come right back out the door, and he was sitting there playing on TikTok like he always.
So Hunter says it was an hour, at least, that they was in there. I don't think it was 5 minutes. So I'm assuming there was no air conditioner on while they were sitting in the car, right? Because they said that they don't like air conditioner. And they're just in the back chilling, I guess.
But Justin, what I'm trying to say is, she went into the water, right, with that top and shorts on, right?
Right?
So now she's gonna have to go into the truck to change into the long pants, the shirt, and the jacket, right?
Yes.
That's never mentioned.
Mm-mm. It's never mentioned.
Never mentioned.
It's never mentioned, and that's a good point. If
And
Grandis was...
that's been my sticking point. The shirt and the photo, the jug photo, that should have been taken after the water hole, if I'm correct, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. If Grandis was there, she would be in the video, in my opinion. Darzilla, that is exactly what I said earlier. She would be there in that video as well. I mean, if she was right there, but she would have been like, they did a whole loop.
Yeah, she would have been invisible sight for sure.
Angie says, just to know the windows were rolled up. I mean, I can't imagine the windows being rolled up, sitting out there for a freaking hour. I am cranky when I don't have air conditioning. Tell you that.
Me too.
I like my creature comforts. I'll be the first to tell you. I always thought the outfit was bought with the burner phone, and it's used because she was so skinny and she wanted to take Summer to the food pantry. Milk is from June 15th. I don't understand that.
Always does.
Okay.
I mean, and then for him to sit there and say that he doesn't even make TikToks, I have on my phone personally, I can show you where he's made TikToks.
Okay.
Honest God.
The wind spray. I hope you've given it to the officials, right?
No, actually, it's still on my phone. I haven't had a chance because I was going to talk to them Tuesday when I went back to town.
Okay.
I got some business I got to take care of.
Got it. Roger that. So from there,
it's not like she wanted to get it in their hands real quick. She's going to bring it back when she goes to town. It's not like her kid's missing or anything.
That one will always get me when I hear that. You don't
Yeah.
get to it. What do you mean
Yeah.
get to it?
Yeah, I'll get to it. My daughter's missing.
Yeah. I got some things to take care of when I go into town, so I'll just drop that. I'll drop it off.
Yeah, that TikTok video, proof of life. Doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
Yeah, it's not like they can't come to you, Candace. You call them and they'll be like there in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Pruitt literally said that Dawn could come find him when he was in jail. You think they wouldn't come to your house if you had something to give them?
God, it's ridiculous.
It's just truly absurd.
That is true, Unicorn. Candace said she was sitting on the pillow because she was wet.
Yep.
That is true.
Yep.
So then she wouldn't have changed.
Yep. But she's fully clothed next to the milk.
And she looks dry there.
Yes, she does.
Hold on, let me pull that. Let me pull that photo. Hold on. Sorry, it wants me to do his thing because I got my VPN on. Oh, Jesus, come on.
Summer is wearing a completely different outfit from the waterhole. And why would she need to sit on the pillow, quote unquote, if she's not wet?
Okay, what am I looking for? Found it. Okay. All right. You know what, guys? This is very interesting what we're getting ready to see here. Open a new tab. Now think about this, y'all. Think about this. Okay. Now, this, she's wearing pants.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't wearing pants.
Mm-hmm.
Was she, Trevor? She wasn't wearing pants in the car or in
Right.
the water.
Nope.
And where's the pillow? Is this a different picture,
Mm-mm.
Trevor? Do you know? Uh-oh. Okay, sorry, Trevor.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. What is sorry you fell off for a second. Is the pillow that she was sitting on? Where's the pillow she was sitting on? Oh, I lost him again.
And do you think she's wet in this picture, Justin?
No, she's not wet in that picture.
Right. So why would she need the pillow? According to Candace.
Invisible pillow, invisible lunch.
The pillow was used because she was wet, apparently, right?
Candace says she sits on the pillow when she drives. There is a pillow because Benny has a pillow.
Yeah,
Or
there
Benny
is a
had a pillow.
pillow. Most
But
definitely.
here
But
we
the
go.
the one story I have heard is that Grandis doesn't like the kids going in the truck wet. And that's why she has the pillow.
The pillow is in the floorboard. You can see it in the video. Okay.
Okay, so she's not sitting on it.
She's okay. So, Trevor, can you hear
Yeah.
us?
Yeah.
Okay. So she gets out of the water, and does she change into this? Does she put her clothes back on?
Right. You know, what does she put? Just dry off and put them over? Does she completely get changed out there?
Something's wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely wrong. Listen, I'm the mother of 2 daughters, like I've said earlier. When my kids came out of whatever swimming pool, whatever they were doing where they got wet in the summertime, I took their swimsuit off and I put dry clothes, dry anything under, shirt, whatever however they were comfortable. And that's what I get from that.
Mhm.
So was that in the same day? That's what I struggle with. Is this the same day that they went to the water hole? That's really where I struggle with. But apparently that suit is the last that the jumper and the pantsuit is what Candace apparently says that she was last seen in. And then she got hot and took her jacket off, which was another new revelation that we just got. A la the box that the jacket is apparently in.
Mhm. Now, right here it says, I was just sitting and mom called me to come get her, and Candace, adding that the 15-year-old son of her friend asked to go along. I went and picked her up, and then we drove all the way across town and dropped her prescription off. They said it'd be done in 30 minutes at the most. So we're like, well, instead of sitting here in the car, where it's hot, it's baking hot. We'll just go to Warriors and let Summer swim for a little bit. Like I said, we weren't even planning on going swimming or fishing or anything, Candace said. Well, then, Candace, you are lying about putting that uh, bathing suit on her at 7:30 in the morning.
Yep.
If you're not planning on going swimming, why are you putting a bathing suit on at 7:30 in the morning?
Yep.
So then we were at Warrior State Park and let Summer and the boys swim. Hold on. So they were at Warrior State Park and let Summer and the boys swim in the cove just south of the park's horse stable. Either the either the Rogersville Review is wrong on this part about the boys, because in here it says the boys swim in the cove.
What boys?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. The Wells
Oh,
boys.
sorry, the boy. Sorry, my bad. I'm
Oh,
totally wrong on that. So
okay.
they went to Warrior State Park and let Summer and the boy, not
Okay.
boys, the
Okay.
boy swim in the cove just south of the horse stable. I figured 15 or 20 minutes in the water, run out a little bit of energy instead of sitting in the truck, Candace said. One of the last videos of Summer before her disappearance is her swimming in the cove. There has been much speculation in social media about what happened next. According to Candace, Summer went underwater and the boy dove in to save her. Candace said that didn't happen. In the video, Summer is seen splashing in the lake, then stands up to reveal it's only about waist deep. Candace says the boy lied on everything that happened. Candace said, because the place I was at, there was no rocks. She didn't slide on no rocks and fall in the water. She wasn't under the water for 20 seconds or more, like he said. That's just a bunch of lies that he made up. I don't know why he did that. There was no incident at all. That don't make no sense why he would even say that. And the video that I took the same exact time that they were playing in the water, Candace said if Summer had fallen, she'd jump right back up. That's what don't make no sense to me at all. There's so many rumors and lies going around, none of it even makes sense. Couch police is what I call them. So we went back to pick up my mom's prescription and went to Priceless. I dropped off the boys after Priceless, and then we came back home. And then me and my mom, the boys were in watching YouTube like they always do. My mom says, let's rearrange and plant some flowers.
Wait,
So,
wait, 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 wait.
uh-huh.
Aren't the boys supposed to be playing video games?
Yeah, she said the boys were in watching YouTube like they always do. My mom says, let's rearrange and plant the flowers. She goes, well, we know the boys aren't going to help us. I know Summer will. So I yelled at Summer. She was in the house with the boys. She comes out and she was planting flowers with us, Candace said.
Are there video games on YouTube?
Um, yeah, there is. Well, I mean, you can watch video games on YouTube, so I understand that. The
Okay.
flowers were put in the planters next to Grandma's Candy's camper, with Summers handling some of the task, Candace said. She put all the rocks on top, put Chase in there. She did all the rocks by herself. She went into Grandma's after they were done. She asked Grandma for a piece of candy. Grandma gave her a piece of candy. She told me she wanted to go back with her brother, so I literally walked her halfway between the camper and the house, Candace said. I watched her go into the door. I can see her brother at the kitchen table. When she went in, I walked over and yelled at the boys, watch Summer, I'll be right back. I've got to go fix Mom's knee brace. I was standing right there at the camper. I was over there fixing it. Literally, you can see my house from the camper door. She did not walk back out that front door. Candace estimated it took maybe 2 to 5 minutes to fix Mom's brace. And that's Candace's words, by the way, in quotes. Quote, when I got done, I came back. I asked, where's your sister? They said she went downstairs to play with her toys, Mom. I said, okay. And I went and hollered down the steps. I always holler for them down there, and she didn't holler back. So I said, are you sure your sister's down there? They said, yeah, she just went down there. So I went down and I searched. I looked everywhere I could. Then I went through the house and I kept calling for her, yelling for her, everything. I came outside yelling for her, everything else, and she was nowhere. So I called Dawn because I was freaking out, Candace said. Dawn, Summer's father, was installing drywall at a job site in Jonesboro. Quote, I said, I can't find Summer. Get home now. Candace recalled he was like, call 911. So I dropped my phone because I had to run over to get Mom's phone and dial 911. Her AT&T phone is the only phone that works out here. By the way, I have AT&T. Now I don't live on top of the hill, I wasn't on top of the hill, but I was down at the ground, uh down at the road, and I had 0 bars. And I have AT&T when I was there. Uh, so that's the only one, the phone that will call 911. So I called them and told them what's going on. Before the cops even came out, I went down and told my neighbors, Summer is missing. Will you help look? Just in case she did wander off. So that's interesting because they said she would never wander off. But I knew in the back of my mind she never wandered off. Okay. She never went nowhere without me. She'll ask me to do something before she even goes and does it. And she's scared to go in the woods herself because we've told her time and time again because of the bears and snakes, Candace said. I sent the older brothers. Hold on. I'm tired of reading.
Hey, everybody in chat, I just wanted to say if you can please like Justin Forall's video, just go hit that thumbs up for him. That would be great. It's a great support for this channel. And I really appreciate all you beautiful people in the chat.
Hold on, I want to hear Aisha. Aisha, how did the clothes get changed? You can't hear? Perfect. Okay, sorry. Um uh how did the clothes get changed, Aisha? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Yeah.
I'm going to end it in just a moment. Candace never lost coverage when they were live. When Candace was allegedly looking for Summer. Yeah, that's a great question because I want to hear Aisha why she said I think it was Aisha, that was the name.
And while Aisha is coming back, that cactus pot, there are literally leaves on top of the rocks.
Okay, say it again, Aisha. Why it Dorothy milking it for an extra $350. I think Dorothy should have had a sleepover with Candace. Don't know anymore. Don't need any more hot dogs. Right. Yeah. Don said on FaceTime with Candace all the way home. Yeah, and I don't see how. There's no way. There is no way that that happened, in my opinion. To not lose service that whole way, not a chance. Not a chance. Is Aisha gonna? Okay. Summer complained about being cold. Granny had the new school clothes in the truck and changed her clothes. So you have a comment on that, Trevor? Anybody?
What truck were they driving?
Well,
Grandis's
supposedly
or the Subaru?
Grandis's, but I mean, so they randomly kept Summer's first day of school clothes because Candace said she wanted to wear those clothes that day.
Mm-hmm. And then Don said Candace left all of Summer's swim stuff in the Subaru.
No, not the Subaru.
Oh, sorry, Suburban.
Yes.
So what
So,
truck were they driving in?
Trevor?
so if it was again an impromptu decision to go swim,
Yes.
how do you have this second, like this ready change of clothes
Yes.
that Grandis allegedly had for her?
Yes. Because I think they had the Suburban where
Yeah.
they kept clothes in there. That's my feeling. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you, Trevor, Scorpio. Thank you
Thank you.
guys so much. Trevor is going to start snoring if I don't let him go. So, don't want to harass him at 2 o'clock in the morning, almost at 1:30.
Yeah.
Appreciate you all. Thank you all for joining. so much. Thank you all for being in chat. Guys, we know that Candace did not get hot dogs from Sonic that day because she said she didn't. And where else would she have gotten hot dogs?
Exactly.
If not planned, why did H have swimming trunks? Well, I don't think it was planned. It wasn't planned until they got to the hospital. That's when it was supposedly planned. But Candace uh, was just taking Grandis to the hospital, and they was just sitting out there, and that's when H or Candace contacted them and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about." Candace said, "Hey, I'm thinking about taking." Hold on a minute. Sorry, I just thought of something. So, question: If
I have a thought too.
if she's like, she's sitting in the parking lot, saying, you want to come over a little bit, and then she goes over there a little bit, and that's when she says, when she's at Hunter's house, "Hey, you want to go swimming?" Is that when? Because
Well, there were no fishing poles.
there were no fishing poles, but like, I'm thinking they're at H's house. They
Mm-hmm.
go pick up Grandis,
Mm-hmm.
and then
I don't think they.
how do they know that they are going to be waiting on the prescription? Like,
I don't
or
think Grandis was there when they went to the swim hole. I think they went to the swim hole when Grandis was still in the hospital.
no, can't. Well, I mean, it. Well, it no, it couldn't have been because they were waiting on a prescription. You can't be in the hospital and wait on a prescription.
But how do
You're
we know it's true?
Well, we know that they were at. We Trust me, we know that they were at that Walgreens.
Yeah, but we don't. Do we have a specific time for that?
I think we're fairly certain that they were there during. Yeah, that one I'm pretty safe
Yeah.
with saying
Yeah.
that they were there.
Okay.
She said she was swimming. She said she was swimming was decided after dropping the prescription. Yes, but why? Why? How would Candace? Hold on one second, guys. One second.
The swimsuit.
How would where would Hunter get swimming trunks from when he doesn't know he's going swimming yet because they
Mm-hmm.
made the decision at
Mm-hmm.
Walgreens to go
And
swimming?
Summer's swim gear was supposed to be in the Suburban.
Well, Summer, according to Candace, was already had her bathing suit on at 7:30 in the morning.
Mm, that's not what Don says.
You get me, Trevor?
Yeah.
He's snoring.
No, I was. My cat kept climbing on me. Um, no, yeah, it just doesn't make any sense, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and it like Scorpio just said as well. Don gives one account, and he wasn't even there. And why is
Mm-hmm.
it different from the account
Well,
Candace
and
gives?
and why would Hunter go with Candace when they don't even know they're going swimming yet? I mean, it would be stupid for Hunter to just go pick up Grandis and go to the pharmacy.
Yeah, why hang out for errands?
I mean, there's no sense in him going down the street to the hospital and then going across town to a pharmacy. ER only electronic scripts. H house 3 minutes away. Yeah, I know the thank you for the super chat. I know that it is very close to the hospital's very close to his house, but I mean he brought his swimming trunks and Candace said, you know, they were going to go he said they were going to go swimming or fishing.
Well, if they were going fishing, I can understand him bringing swimming trunks. You know,
Well,
because you
you
never
don't have a
you,
damn fishing pole. How can you go fishing
no, because
or
sometimes
swimming?
you're gonna go into you're gonna go water, you're gonna go fishing in
Yeah,
some
but you
type
don't
of
have a fishing pole. I mean, fine, you bring your swimming trunks, that's
no,
fine.
no, but I'm saying at the last minute, he could have had like some kind of waterproof swim trunks, not knowing he's not going fishing, but because he's going fishing, he's bringing swimming trunks because things happen if you're
Right,
going
but they
fishing.
didn't plan on going swimming, according to Candace, until the prescription took 30 minutes.
I no, I understand I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying that the kid might have just brought some kind of waterproof swim trunks if he's going fishing or swimming. It
But
didn't
but
matter at that
but
point. I
that's the thing.
understand they were I
Why go with Candace in the first place to just pick up grandma from the hospital
oh
and
yeah,
go
that
to Walgreens?
you know, that's yeah. That's not making any bit of sense. No.
You were planning to go out there with Hunter,
Right.
in my opinion.
Right.
To me, in my mind, that cements it
Right.
that you were planning on going out there with Hunter either way.
Either way, fishing, swimming, whatever they wanted to do. Mhm. Mhm.
You just said in my mind Candace is just saying, "Oh, I'll be back in 30 minutes to get that prescription."
Right. Hunter, you come with me. Mhm.
They had already planned going out there in my mind.
I
Mhm.
agree.
They
Mhm.
dropped off or picked up script 3 hours after picking up Grandis at around 10:30 a.m.
The only person that didn't have the appropriate attire to either fish or swim was Summer. That's my opinion.
I've never heard anyone talk about it this way. Damn.
That's why I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to be an a-hole. I'm thinking outside the box and it makes sense. It really makes sense to me.
Well,
It makes sense.
they've had to have it planned that they were going out there either way. To me, and listen, they went across town. There is 1,000 Walgreens, not 1,000, but there's a Walgreens closer. They wanted to go to that Walgreens, in my opinion, to go out to that watering hole.
Mhm. I don't disagree with that. I don't. I think the water hole, the swim hole, whatever you want to call it, was part of the plan for them for that day. I am not alleging anything was nefarious at that moment. I just think that something happened, obviously, after that time.
And
But Summer was the only person not prepared to go in water.
I don't know about that.
Was not. I think the shorts that what's his face H had on were able to go fishing or swimming in. The clothes Summer had on was not a swimsuit. Period. That's what I'm trying to just. That's maybe I'm just crazy, but that's
No,
my opinion.
I, and that's the thing. Uh, Miss that is true, because in one interview they say we're going to go swimming while they're at Hunter's. She changes there, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in the other interview, they say, oh, because we're at this location, at this Walgreens, since it's going to take 30 minutes, let's just go out here and go swimming for 15 minutes. So it either had to be planned.
Mm-hmm. And then magically Summer is in all dry clothes.
Why didn't Summer go to the hospital with them? Summer did go to the hospital. They set out in the car, and that is when they text. That's when Candace text H, or H text Candace, because she doesn't want CM to know she was hanging out with the kid. Well, I don't think it's because she told she was hanging out with the kid. Only patients allowed in hospital during COVID. Yes. H takes the burner phone on the. Why didn't Summer go into the hospital? Well, they said nobody was allowed to go in the hospital during the pandemic other than the patient.
So
It
who
didn't
was
matter.
in the car? So who
The
was in the car with Summer while Grandis was in the hospital?
obviously Candace.
Hunter?
No, that's no.
Actor?
No. She dropped off Candace. She dropped off Grant. She Grandis went inside the hospital. Candace and Summer was sitting outside
In
of
the
in
car.
the parking lot, and
Okay.
that's when they texted Hunter, or Hunter texted Candace.
Got you. Okay.
Don did not know Candace was with H that day. Oh, I agree that I
Yeah.
1000% agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we got to go, guys. It's 1:34 in the freaking morning. And again, Trevor's gonna start snoring. He told me he snores really bad, and we don't want that. We don't want it here.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
I like to hear a Trevor snore.
And so-
Just joking. Thank you guys. Thank
all
you all.
right.
God bless you. And thanks for keeping up with the summer. I'm on it with you all. You know that, Justin and Trevor.
Of course. All right,
Absolutely.
guys. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, Scorpio. Love you all. Appreciate you. Good night. Good night. Good night. God bless. Hit
Good
the
night.
thumbs up button. Trust
God
me, I
bless you
need it.
guys.
All right.